just ran through your set and it made me so happy. This is such a clean set. I'm really impressed. This semester, I'm not quite sure why there's been a little bit of struggle with people just having all of the drawings, and just seeing that you have all of the drawings in here in the correct order, it was off to such a great start. So thank you for that. It's a pretty clean set, and so I won't have as many comments as I have for other students, but I still have a few comments. So in this area in particular, it's starting to get a little bit crowded just between like all of the notes, and we don't even have room labels in there yet. So I would say if you could, I'm going to say pull out some of the interior elevation tags. Just getting a little bit crowded. That way we'll know that we have room for the room labels once we get them in. And then I did notice over here, I wasn't quite sure why that was so dark. Is that just because of like a pocket door detail? I might just have to zoom in a little bit. Maybe that's why it looks so dark. And this chair, I know you can't help, like when you get stuff online, they just end up looking the way that they are. But I would say that that just kind of pops out on the plan, and I didn't know if you wouldn't mind, at least on the plan view, if you could even maybe trace over it and hide it just so it isn't as dark, but then leave it on in all your other views so you get the detail. So I'm going to say perhaps trace. It looks heavy. Leave it on in other views. Hello. My husband just walked in, so you might hear some background noise. And again, what I suggested there is you could just trace it using drafting methods, and then element hide it so that it just looks lighter like all of the other elements on your plan. I think that would work out a little bit better. And then right here, the dimension is running into the elevation tag. So just scooch those over so that you can read them a little bit better. And those are the only ones that I caught. There might be a couple more, but really that's what I remember kind of running into. And then the last thing that I also wanted to see is right here. Sorry, this little sketch feature is always off. I'm not quite sure. But these walls should be aligned. So if you could just do an align, that would be great on that. And like I said, other than that, the plan set is really clean. One comment I've been giving everybody, so these interior elevation callouts aren't necessarily helpful on these views. So turn them off on your roof plan as well as your ceiling plan. Again, just because there's no reference to anything. So to do that, you could go into VV in each one of these views, and from VV go to annotation, and then turn off the interior elevation tags. That way it'll turn off all of them and you don't have to do them one at a time using element hide. The elevations still look great. Now that we've got our roof in here, I would ask you to just come back through, whoopsie, and readjust all of these symbols so that they stay really close to the building and they're not cropped. So I'm just going to write adjust section callouts to stay outside building boundary. And so they're not running into their neighbors like below or above too. Really close on that one, but you cleared it. And then here, if you could even just keep it above the line of the call out. So I wish I could zoom out. Unfortunately, I can't, but even on these, this north elevation is so far from the building. If you could even readjust those so that, you know, it says north, like right here, and the call out is right here. So these two are a little bit closer. I think that might make the drawing a little bit cleaner. But then coming down here, everything else here looked great. I saw that you had your ceilings, your roofs, your sections in. Those looked wonderful. I also took a look at your interior elevations. I love the detail that you provided on these. It looks like you had a lot of fun. I appreciate how thoughtful you were about the details that you added and then even just kind of adjusting some of the spaces. And your 3D view works well as well. So great job on that. You're really close, so there's not too much to do, but it'll just make it that much stronger. So thanks again for your hard work, Melinda. Have a good day.